So this is my good night video, and I wanted to tell y'all a story that I remember a while ago, and it's been a couple of years, so I might say it wrong or I might miss something because it's been a while. But I wanted to tell y'all something. Is like, okay, long time ago, me and a friend went into Walmart, and I went to the right, she went to the left, and we always just met in the middle. That way we didn't interrupt each other. We got what we wanted to get, and we got out. That's how we did it. And it was my first, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months on the coast. And there was this lady there. And she was an elderly lady, about 70, 80 years old, somewhere from there. And she tickled me, like the way she was dressed kind of tickled me. And but I didn't say nothing about it, you know. But anyway, I get closer to her because I saw her at a distance. Get closer to her, and I noticed that she had on those ruffle socks. Y'all remember back in the day the ruffle socks, the ones with that the kids wear, the children, but these had ruffles about that wide on them, and stilettos, and had on like a little mini skirt. What really a mini skirt? It was more like a cut off poodle skirt type outfit, and then a cut off little sweater, and then she had on this, Lord bless her heart, she had on this blonde wig out. No lie. And I'm telling you this for a reason. And this wig, you could tell, had been through it, honey. I was like, I wanted to tell her, can I just take that off and run a brush through it, please? That wig need a brush for real, and it needs a day off. It needs a vacation. But I didn't. I went on about my business, but I noticed she kept looking at me, and I just kind of looked back at her, trying not, because I'm used to people looking at me. All my life, that's all they've ever done. And so the moral of this story is this: I walked past this lady, like I said, 70, 80, 80-ish age-wise, nothing wrong with it. And then she spoke. She said, "Hey, how are you doing, beautiful?" And I said, "I'm great, gorgeous." And we talked for a second, and I walked on. And then I remembered, she's living her best life. Why am I sitting here worried about how she dressed? All I'm saying is that it taught me one thing in my life: never judge a book by its cover. Because that little lady, she was living her best life, honey. And if you are still alive and you can see this, honey, you keep doing you, honey. You keep doing you, but you could keep being the sweetest person ever. I will never forget you a day as long as I live. But I just wanted to tell you that, like, don't judge people on the outerness of them or how they dress. Talk to them for a second. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to be the sweetest person you ever meet. And that was what got me because, like, at first I was like, okay. At first when I very first saw her, I was like, I hope she don't think she going to make fun of me because she got a lot going on that I can make fun of. Y'all know how I am. I'm quick on my feet when it comes to stuff, but I didn't. But when she actually spoke and I spoke back and I talked to her for a second, I realized that that was the sweetest person ever. And it taught me a really important lesson, just to not judge a book by the cover. And I'll never forget that little old lady. And I have nothing bad to say because of the fact that if she wanted to dress like that, honey, you ain't hurting nobody. You ain't bothering nobody. And she wasn't showing nothing revealing, nothing, no major body parts were hanging out or whatever. All I'm going to say to this lady, you do you, honey. You do you. I love you. And you keep being the most unique, beautiful person you are. And I hope she sees it. And I hope she knows that I'm talking to her. Because that was the sweetest lady. Like I said, she was 70, 80-ish, I'm guessing, age range. Um, but that was the sweetest lady I had ever seen, ever talked to a day in my life. And we only talked for maybe a minute, but it hit me. Why did I worry about how this lady was dressed? I mean, because like me, when I go to the store, I'm kind of like, waiting for the rude comments, waiting. So I kind of am on guard, and I kind of will depict things about a person before they say anything. That way, if they say something smart or say something negative, I can rip them to pieces with words. And that's what I was waiting on, because she was in her 70s, 80s, and I was waiting on her to say something smart. But she was actually not that type of person, and sweetest person ever. And I wish I had got her name, but I didn't. But it taught me a valuable lesson not to judge a book by the cover. I love you guys, and y'all have a great night.